thousands of years, one substance has shaped society, altered consciousness, and left an indelible mark on history. Opium, both a medicine and a menace, was used by the great civilizations of the ancient world. From the healing hands of Chinese physicians to the surgical tables of Greek doctors, opium has woven itself into the fabric of human existence. Today, we uncover how this powerful drug was used, understood, and ultimately how it shaped two great civilizations, ancient China and ancient Greece and Rome. In ancient China, opium was used as a powerful tool in traditional medicine. During the Ming Dynasty, the physician Li Xinzeng wrote extensively about its uses in his renowned Compendium of Materia Medicia. He praised opium for relieving pain, enhancing digestion, and even improving sexual health, but he also acknowledged the dangers of overuse. According to Li, opium could lead to weakness and dependency if taken excessively. Li Shizang's work offers a detailed look into how medicinal knowledge was organized and transmitted in pre-modern China. His observations reflect not only the medical applications of opium, but also his concern for patient safety and ethical pharmacology. The Compendium of Materia Medicia was revolutionary for its time, spanning over 1,800 substances and remaining influential in Chinese medicine for centuries. It set a foundation that would influence Chinese pharmacology and herbology for generations. By the late imperial period, opium had expanded beyond its medicinal roots. In The Social Life of Opium in China, historian Yang Zhang traces how opium transformed from a prescribed remedy into a commodity and social vice. It became deeply embedded in Chinese culture, touching all classes of society, from elites to laborers. Over time, opium use turned habitual, then destructive, foreshadowing the imperial crisis that culminated in the Opium Wars. Analysis reveals how deeply opium permeated not only Chinese medicine, but also its economy, leisure culture, and international politics. The substance came to symbolize both refinement and ruin, a paradox that still influences perception of drug use in China today. Opium dens, once places of elite recreation, became associated with national weakness and moral decay, as foreign powers leveraged the drug to expand their influence in East Asia. Mediterranean, ancient Greeks and Romans also harnessed the power of opium. One of the earliest written records comes from the first century physician Pedanius Dioscorides, who included opium in his influential text De Materia Medicia. Dioscorides described opium as a painkiller, sleep aid, and digestive aid, but he also warned against excessive use, noting that high doses could be deadly. Opium spread widely in the Roman Empire. It was administered before surgeries and to wounded soldiers in need of relief. Roman physicians like Galen embraced it as an essential component of their pharmacological toolkit. Dioscorides' influence stretched beyond Rome, as his text was copied and studied across Europe and the Islamic world well into the Middle Ages. As Thomas Dormandy points out in Opium, Reality's Dark Dream, opium's role wasn't limited to medicine. It permeated the spiritual and social lives of the ancient world, sometimes infused in wine during religious or philosophical rituals. Opium even made its way into myths, poetry, and domestic life. To the Greeks and Romans, opium was a substance of dual nature, capable of healing and harm. Also explains that this ambiguity contributed to later confusion about opium's rightful place in medicine and society, a debate that continues into the modern era. What began as a tool in the physician's pouch became a source of fascination, debate, and dependency. It is notable that some Roman texts reference opium not only for treatment, but also in accounts of excess, ritual, and philosophical exploration of the human mind. In the roles of Li Shizhen to the writings of Dioscorides, we see a recurring theme. Opium is both salvation and danger. Both ancient China and the Greco-Roman world recognize its power to cure, but also its potential to corrupt. While modern science has refined how we use and regulate opioids, the questions these ancient physicians posed still resonate today. We continue to live with the legacy of opium. It has saved lives, ruined others, and driven global conflict. And yet, the knowledge these ancient cultures passed down about balance, caution, and curiosity offers insight into how we might responsibly handle such substances today. The story of opium is one of complexity, of culture, medicine, and morality, and it is still being written.